Hi everybody, my name is Renato Quintero, also known as Rake, and today I'm going to be showing you my sketchbook. This sketchbook is one of the many that I own, and especially this one here is one of the ones I have more of the drawings I've been doing lately, and I want to share with you guys. I usually carry many different sketchbooks according to the mood. I change, sometimes I use this one, or sometimes I use an iPad Pro, and I have a lot of sketches on the iPad Pro lately, so I just wanted to show you this, and let's get started. This sketchbook used to start is a Cottonwood. I'll be adding the link at the bottom of this video, and I'm gonna start with these first pages. These first pages are some of the ideations and concepts that I did for a art battle called Limits in Japan, and we have to come up with ideas using two words and mixing those two words and come up with a concept with storytelling. Sometimes I skip and I forget to draw these pages. I'm a little bit messy on my sketchbooks, but the main idea here was to create some stories with some images. Some of them I got reference from online, because this is like practices and ideas for that competition. And I did plenty of studies, some of them based on the designs of Jim Royson. He's an amazing artist, and I did a lot of studies of it, and you know, just coming up with ideas for what the words could bring during the competition. I really like to do these kind of things because it's more storytelling driven than just a pin up. But this is just one part of the sketchbook. I came up with different ideas that I thought they were like pretty nice to explore. And even though some of them I never got to finish them or do anything like that, it was good to see what kind of ideas I can come up with and put it on paper, right? That's the point of this sketchbook. Even sometimes I have drawings that are not finished, or drawings that are not completed or anything. I can just by having that idea there, I know I can come back and have a look at this sketchbook and maybe bring that idea and clean it up and make it better. So plenty of that. I would say that none of these sketchbooks have like one great page after another page. A lot of like sketches, doodles, and things like that. Because that's the point of a sketchbook, right? I don't treat this as a drawing book, you know. Drawing more like a sketchbook ideas. Sometimes I don't even don't finish the drawings. I personally like doing more caricatures or animals or things like that. Like this dinosaur for me is really funny. He doesn't like vegetables. He's like tossing them in the trash, right? Some silly ideas. And I will come back to these pages later on regardless. It's not like I leave these like that. I will come back later on. These are more like studies and more you know, loose sketches when I start my day, or I see that at a coffee shop. I just start drawing, messing around. I'm really careless about this because, well, the fact is just to draw a lot, and I can always take a photo, scan it, take a photo with my iPad, and then work on the iPad. These are studies from some kabuto helmets, samurai kabuto helmets, for possible comic that I would like to develop. With my character Psycho. Some of you already know this character, and you know, seeing how she will look when she's younger and when she grows a little bit. And she really has a rough path. So at the beginning of the story, so she's suffering a lot. So I wanted to portray some of that sadness and struggle, right? And then some characters that I'm coming up with. It's just the same character, just to see the transition from like very handsome to like a zombie monster. He has a curse, so his body deteriorates through time. And this is just poses, head drawings, all of this from imagination, everywhere. I don't care about the orientation of the page. If I have a spot, I will draw on that spot. I like this guy, it's kind of cool. Some X-Men, some male faces. Yeah, just to practice, to keep it going. Even though I do a lot of pin-ups, I like to practice those as well. Some samurai soul sketches, ideations, and some stories. you know, like different stories that I would like to have and different definitions for the characters, some background studies for that comic, and more drawings of that character. I just can see how I evolve the character and how it starts evolving from that point, right? This is my lovely dog Byron. He passed away like a year ago, so I'm missing a lot, but I did this drawing as a samurai dog, you know, has a bone there, so cute. More of those drawings, and this is when I have a commission. This is a commission for a comic book cover, double cover, so I have to figure out how to divide the page to put characters together with the city as a background there. More compositions, and based on these compositions I will pick the one that I like the most and try to combine them, also with some feedback from the client until like I reach the right artwork, right composition. Sometimes it's easier, you can just go straight and they like the composition. Sometimes they're more picky and they want some things to work better, which I don't mind, as long as it improves the artwork. Is all good for that. More sketches, I like to have more flowy strokes and create those shapes for my drawings. You know, I like more of the flowy line kind of style of drawing, so I have a lot of that in my book. Studies from museums, I should do more of these, but I did this a lot like 5 years ago. I went through Europe and I did a lot of sketches for the paintings. Obviously you don't have the time to render everything, but I like to study the composition, because some compositions are very unique and I wouldn't do those compositions on my own. So that's always good to keep practicing composition and drawing some of the sculptures at the museum. And more drawings, skulls. I think I tend to default to more skulls when I'm doing my sketchbook, because I guess it's a face structure, right? You practice your face structure and you keep that knowledge, like, you know, going. No? So I like to draw skulls too. It's really cool, and you can always add and design and create something different. Also more male anatomy, more motion, more fun. Some Evangelion there, some fun. And here, this is when I went to start designing some of the posters I released this year for Candela. I did, you know, the main shapes for the character, and this is just the basic ideation to create like a nice poster based on some designs that I had. And then I went ahead and explored a little bit more all those choices and all those designs, and try to see some compositions and try to like not repeat myself, which can happen often. I can repeat myself in different poses because I tend to draw that a lot, so it feels comfortable. So I try to like draw them and then change them, and sometimes they don't work, but I like the shape overall, so I keep it and I keep working. I really like this one, so in the next page I'm gonna go and this page I'm gonna go and explore that design a little bit more. So from this little thumbnail we can just jump to like a bigger design and then keep working on top of that, right? So that's kind of like the process I like to do. Also a little bit of framing for those designs. More loose sketches. I like this one in specific, would like to use them again. She's like eating some desserts or something like that. And this is the one that I did for the final illustration that you can see now. And these are really fun to do, especially with this paper. You can smudge the paper, and if you have like an eraser, you can create some cool highlights on the drawings, right? You can create some cool highlights and lighting conditions, right? So if you want to practice that, you can just smudge the pencil and then work with an eraser. These ones are the 100 head challenges from Hamed Aldori. He did this early this year, and I thought it was a good chance to practice more different kind of head shape designs and work on that little by little on all of the pictures that he had there on the Pinterest. So I work on this, and it was pretty fun to do this, especially like controlling the values, the line work, the texture, and the stroke direction to create different feelings for the area of the drawings. same as well as these ones, going for like a very simplistic shape design and strokes to a little bit more complex with more rendering, to more fun caricatures and simplistic faces here. So there was a great challenge to do, and I encourage you to do it as well. I did more on this page. I think here I had like a set, 9 per page, but then I went ahead and started doing more like randomly, heads. I really like this one. I really like all of them. I really like the work I did here for this. I should do more of this for sure. And then some designs for more illustrations. This is a commission for Patreon. This is a rogue. She has like a overpower, kind of like stage ultra instinct. You can see the poster here now. And I did all these designs, and after that just keep exploring. I like doing like really small drawings. If you can see, these are the drawings that I usually use for my sketchbook, and I like to just keep it small to start like warming up, and just to give some kind of like a little bit of fun shapes. And then from that I just warm up, and I do a lot of these just to create like good shapes. I really like this one. I think it has a kind of nice flow, and I probably would like to use this for a sticker or something like that in the future. So those ideas come, and then you can take them later, like as well as this one. Very simplistic, very simple, but then you can like take them, work on those, and create something better for any illustration, any drawings that you would like to do. I also do studies from people at coffee shops, some photo references, people sitting in coffee shops and stuff like that. Sometimes I just alter and change some of my drawings, so I'm not like looking to create the same thing that I see, but change it as I go. More practices, some random drawings. Not all of these are like, wow, look at these amazing drawings. So like, some of them are good, some of them are bad. I don't care. And I like this page overall. I like this page overall. Different designs, different form, different shapes, different kind of creatures. So I really like to do those. Even though I'm more known for my pin-ups, I like to create these designs as well. Some birds. You got to know how to draw your birds. Draw people at coffee shops, waiting for the doctor appointment. Some more caricatures. I was doing a Godzilla versus Evangelion, and these drawings suck, but this is good because I can take this as a reference, and then just as long as you put the idea on the paper, that's all that matters, and later you can improve that, because I can come back anytime, as I said before. Some composition with multiple characters. Maybe I will do this with some X-Men. I think this looks pretty cool. More drawings, more heads, more shapes, more things like that. Always good to explore. Sometimes I take some of these pages, and when I'm struggling with drawing and I don't feel like I'm in a good mood to do that, I just take one of these pages and just draw carelessly, like whatever. If it works, doesn't work. Like this is like this was my mood that day, right? That face there was my complete mood that day. So it's okay. You don't have to do like, oh, this sketchbook has to be perfect and all the pages are perfect because my artwork is so perfect. No, just use the sketchbook, explore ideas, do whatever, write some notes, whatever works for you. But at least I like to, fill some of the pages as much as I can. Some designs for some skulls, from some Daruma designs I'm gonna do for new stickers and animal pins. This page is probably my favorite on the sketchbook, and I have some ideas for creating these two characters, Indica and Sativa, for just thinking about these characters. They have like different personalities, and they're like a normal girls, but when they smoke they become like really wild or really crazy. I don't know, something like that. One chill, one crazy one, some living on the edge, and just for fun thing. They're researching some hairstyles from Pinterest and things like that, some designs as well. So probably this is my favorite page of the sketchbook. The rest are just sketches for traditional artwork. I like to thumbnail first and see what it works. Although this one looks a little bit bigger than a thumbnail, but this works as a, to get the overall pose and then work on that as a final illustration. So sketches from, I think this is from some photo book. I also like to work from reference, from imagination, like this one, warming up with some cubes. I like to do a lot of these ones when I'm starting. Sometimes I'm more in a caricature mood, sometimes I'm more in a realistic mood, right? Also another page where I was struggling creating some creatures or something like that, I don't know, in October. At the end, I like one of these ones. I like this one, but for what I thought it was like kind of simple, but sometimes it can work. And this one was a failure for me, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to go through failures, and sometimes it doesn't work. Your mind is in another place and doesn't work. But then after doing this and struggle, I'm like, you know what? I can do this in a more like cute, more like a beast mode, like this character from Bloody Roar. I remember that, and I just did that, in October, and I need to put most of in October. And basically that's it. I also like to sketch in the back of the sketchbook. There's a lot of like random drawings of things and notes and things like that. More faces, more drawings of different expressions and things like that. Keeps me, entertained. And anytime I can come back and I can add some drawings here, some ideas for a possible JoJo poster. And I like to work back and then add some shapes. This is when I like completely like from zero. When I have like no idea what I would like to draw, I just start like doing some shapes and something that flows with that, and just to keep your mind on the pen on the paper, and just filling those lines, and maybe later on you can come up with some cool shapes. And this is a very loose thing that you don't have to actually think about. It's just more like your brain and your hand kind of like coordinating and kind of synchronizing one to each other. And maybe you can add some shade there. I like to use my finger to rub a little bit of this, and maybe you can add some highlights there. I don't know, there are many things that you can do with the sketchbook, so I like that. And there's still more pages I need to fill, but I thought it's a good point to show some of my sketches, and this is one of the last pages that I did, and just for fun. It's fun. I need to do more of these sketches, but lately I've been working more on my iPad, and that's one of the things. I have a lot of sketches on my iPad for projects and things like that, but this is good for my concepts. I was doing some concepts in October for Monster Girls, and this was like Medusa, like some mermaids. I just like flowy things, that they flow and feels like it has like a nice rhythm. And so yeah, there's like a gap here for gap page, I forgot. So yeah, that's it, guys. This is what I have right now. I have more sketchbooks I want to show you with different drawings and different things, but this is the one that I think is more interesting for you guys to see what I do with my sketchbooks. And I have plenty of these, so I'm probably gonna be recording more of those sketchbooks and share them with you. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for checking this sketchbook walkthrough, and I hope you like these videos. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon and all the platforms all the time. I'm seeing you guys at the conventions and everywhere I go, I meet people, so that's pretty fucking cool. So I'm looking forward for more of that in the future. Okay, so thank you very much, and see you next time.